In Afghanistan, the reality we face is an ongoing war, widespread injustice, and an absence of rule of law. After the fall of Taliban in 2001, Afghanistan made significant progress in human rights and democratization. Several active civil society organizations and private media was established. The new constitution of Afghanistan, which was approved in 2004, protects human rights. In addition, Afghanistan has ratified most of the international human rights conventions. However, even though these initial progress was good, there has not much been improvement since then. Some argue that things have gone even worse. Indeed, as mentioned yesterday, those who allegedly have committed gross human rights violations and crimes against humanity during the past decades of war continue to hold powerful positions inside and outside the government of Afghanistan. The lack of action by the government on transitional justice has contributed to the current culture of impunity. There is a clear lack of will from the side of the government of Afghanistan to investigate the human rights violations. Instead, the government has been actively reaching out to warlords to gain their political support. Many commanders have enjoyed de facto immunity because they have seen as a key figure in maintaining stability. The parliament and the government have lately tried to pass and also successfully passed some laws that clearly violate human rights. Among these is the amnesty law, which prevents the government of Afghanistan making any claims against those who have committed war crimes. However, according to the law, individuals still have the right to make claims against those who have committed war crimes. The law is in contradiction with the Constitution of Afghanistan that promises to uphold human rights. The application of the amnesty law in practice would be highly controversial and arbitrary. It would harm greatly the judicial system. In Afghanistan, the solution to bring peace, justice, and rule of law, and implement transitional justice to all Afghan people is not in the hands of one actor, not even a few. It is in the hands of numerous actors, from the government of Afghanistan to the Afghan civil society, from Afghan and international media to Afghan and international non-governmental organizations, to international and regional organizations. The European Union is just one of these actors. However, it is an active and contributing actor, and it has both political and operational presence in Afghanistan. Since the Taliban's fall in 2001, the European Union has been a major contributor to Afghanistan. The European Union is a key donor, with member states and the European Commission together committing around 8 billion euros for the period 2002-2010. One of the main financing instruments to provide financial resources to civil society actors and public institutions and to promote democracy, human rights, and the rule of law, including transitional justice outside the European Union, is a fund called the European Instrument for Democracy and Human Rights. For 2009, the budget reserved for Afghanistan from this fund was 1.2 million euros. In addition, several European Union member states are engaged in support of human rights, both through the government and the civil society organizations. Supporting projects and programs is crucial for addressing and promoting human rights and transitional justice. But it's not the only way. There is a need for strong political partnership too. The European Union's partnership with Afghanistan is highlighted in the joint political declaration signed in 2005. This political partnership is based on shared priorities such as the establishment of strong and accountable institutions, security and justice sector reform, counter-narcotics, development and reconstruction. The European Union has had a special representative in Afghanistan since December 2001. The special representative builds on and supports efforts by the European Union and its international partners in areas such as security and stabilization, good governance, judicial and security sector reform, human rights, democratization and transitional justice. The European Commission, which is called the Delegation of the European Union since the beginning of 2010, has had an office in Kabul since May 2002, notably to implement aid delivery. Currently, 16 European member states have a diplomatic representation in Afghanistan. The member states work in close cooperation to promote human rights, including transitional justice. One of the main tools to discuss and address issues related to human rights among the European Union member states in Afghanistan is the European Union Human Rights and Gender Working Group, which consists of political advisors and head of missions. I act as the coordinator of this group along with the representatives of the European Union delegation. The working group tackles various human rights issues, including matters related to promoting and addressing freedom of expression, women's rights, detention and torture, and transitional justice. The group has established very close cooperation with the Afghan Transitional Justice Coordination Group, which is composed of various Afghan civil society organizations. This Transitional Justice Coordination Group has worked hard in order to produce a declaration for the London conference. In its declaration, the group urges the government of Afghanistan, among others, to support truth and justice-seeking mechanisms, to strengthen the justice system and end the culture of impunity, and to implement the action plan on peace, reconciliation and justice. The Afghanistan Compact, signed in London in 2006, includes an action plan on transitional justice. Almost a year later, in December 2006, President Hamid Karzai launched the action plan on peace, reconciliation and justice, which constitutes the basis of the government to take action to implement transitional justice. The 5 key actions of the action plan are: first, acknowledging the suffering of the Afghan people. Second, ensuring credible and accountable state institutions. Third, truth-seeking and documenting of the past events. Fourth, promoting reconciliation and national unity. And fifth, establishing effective justice and accountability mechanisms. However, the government of Afghanistan has failed in implementing the action plan by its deadline, March 2009.